Does your company have high employee turnover and you have no idea how it happened and you have no idea how to slow it down? Have you noticed this year, 2022, have you noticed that as we wind up the year, have you noticed that employee turnover has increased this year? And maybe it's increased in the last 12, 18 months, 24 months, and you have no idea why it has? You still are the same company, right? Believe it or not, to hire a single employee on average. So again, this is on average from hourly employees all the way up to executives. It takes around an average of $5,000 to just get that person in the door for day one. Again, that's huge. $5,000 for one employee to get them onboarded, the interview time, the job, the time of all those costs to get them on board, about $5,000. So when you lose an employee, especially if that employee has been there for 5 years and they may have had specialized training with your company to get certifications, certain certifications, whatever their job is, that is a huge investment. So you may be losing an investment of $100,000 in one employee. So turnover, forget about just the cost of hiring somebody. The cost is hiring somebody plus the cost 5 times, 10 times, 15 times, depending on how specialized that employee is. So when that person leaves, that's a huge expense. What are you doing to fix the problem? Do you actually ask employees why they're leaving? A lot of companies don't do that. That's called an exit interview. You can do a simple exit interview that's 5 questions long, but it's amazing. I know that some employee in today's time and age, some employees text you and say, I quit. You never see them again. But other employees who are good employees, been there for a long time, they'll give you 2 weeks notice, ask them why they're leaving. And it's amazing what kind of really good information you glean from that interview. And valuable information, and you can use that information to be proactive around trying to institute some different changes in your organization to then lower your turnover rate. Does your company have a career path? A lot of people leave because they only see a job. And if they see a job, if somebody's going to pay them more to do the job at another company, not your company, guess what? They're going to leave because it's a job. So making sure you change the mentality of employees over from a job focus to a career focus is critical. A lot of steps there. Can't cover that today because it'll take too long, but that's another way to lower the employee turnover rate. The other big thing is to focus on telling employees about your culture. We've talked about this a few days ago, but really focusing on your company culture. Why do people enjoy working here? Why do people feel like it's a family at your company? And that's another thing, reminding employees often why they work here. And if you have a good culture, really play that up, because not every company has a good culture. So if you do some of the things there, focus on your culture, asking exit interview questions, creating a career path for employees, I'll guarantee you'll stay off the HR naughty list. And if you don't do that, guess what? Come this time next year, we're going to be talking about this again, and you'll be still on the HR naughty list, which is not a place you want to be long term.